up everyone, welcome back to another video. And I know I said in the last one I didn't want to draw these cleaning videos out too far or too much, but this stuff was really necessary. I mean, this thing was bad. I really can't describe it. And I think this kind of stuff is, I mean, satisfying to watch to me, fun. Maybe you guys will enjoy it. I hope you do. Some really cool stuff is coming ahead in future videos. And this thing is turning out really good. I'm really happy with the interior, so I hope you guys make it through the whole video and check it out. It really turned out super nice. I have to leave for work in about 3 hours. About 3 hours. I'm on midnights this week. So today I think I'm just gonna jump into the interior. Just try to keep progress like consistent. I think that's the only way I'm gonna get this thing done in a timely manner. It's outside right now. I got way too much stuff in the garage, tools, motorcycles, and my wife's car takes priority. You might know that feeling. Anyway, it's outside. I got it tucked up here so there's still enough room to get out. So I need to push this thing out. I still haven't started it yet, but push it out and start removing the seats, vacuuming. Might even take the carpet out and try pressure washing it because it's a little nasty. Let's get into it. It is hot in there. It's been sitting in the sun all day. And this thing smells musty. Like I said, it's been sitting, I think, for about 2 years. Year and a half, 2 years. Not quite sure. Last time it was registered was 2020. So, as you can see, it's pretty dirty. Pine needles made their way inside. Dusties, cobwebs. Carpet's not in the best shape. Number one goal, let's get these seats out, vacuum it a bit, and then I will go into pulling out the carpet and maybe pre-soaking and pressure washing it. If you're from the Midwest, you know about these rusty seat bolts. They get you every time. Surprisingly light. I always wanted these seats when I was first building this thing. Oh, at least that was nice and quick. Still love these things. Luckily, they're really nice. They look nearly new. They're just really dirty. Quick vacuum will sort those out. So, oh, sweet, 50 cents. I'm gonna go through. There's some hardware laying around in this thing. Oh yes, I just noticed. OG Mugen pedals. I put these in way back when. Those are legit pedals too. I paid a bunch for those things, so I'm glad they're still here. Hell yeah. All right, let's get this back seat out. I can get some of this trim and get the carpet out. If any of you guys know what these seats are, that color coming through? I think it is. They look like a SI pattern, but my nephew pointed out it's got this confetti coloring in it. It's pretty freaking cool. I don't recall ever seeing these, so if any of you guys know what it is, in a comment down below if you know. I want to say these are I don't know, are they JDM spec? Are they Canadian SIR spec? I can't recall ever seeing these things. Unfortunately, there's a couple cigarette burns or a cigarette burn, but that's fine. Otherwise, they're pretty nice. I think I'm gonna leave them in. Alright, that was not bolted in, thankfully. I was hoping it would be that way. Pretty hyped on these seats, even though I don't know what they're from. I really like the look. Bottoms aren't bolted in either. Backrest parts are in super nice shape. See, now that it's in the sun, maybe that color will come through a little better. that show? It's like a neat confetti or something. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think those are US spec SI seats. My friend Tall Kyle that got this car from me put it back to street spec right after he got it from me and put a bunch of Dynamat or some equivalent sound deadening back in this thing, which I had removed all the factory tar stuff, so kind of glad he did that too. I'm glad this thing's back to a street spec car. I think I'll enjoy it much more than it being a race car, as I was setting it up for. Oh, just got a sneak peek. I was wondering if you see this stainless steel -3 line, that's a brake line. When this thing was going to be a show slash track car, I did a engine bay tuck and a brake tuck, and I ran both rear lines should be running right here behind this carpet. Yep, they're up behind this bar, and then they go down with bulkheads out to the wheel well area. I was curious if those were still there. I haven't seen this car, messed with this car since 2015. Kind of unsure where everything ended up and what was changed and what wasn't changed, so at least those are still here. Kind of left my mark on it and it's still there, which is kind of cool. It's actually very odd for me to mess with this thing with full interior again because it was fully gutted with a roll cage last time I had my hands on this thing. Try not to break any of these clips here. If I remember correctly, I have to take this back panel off. To get the carpet out. I remember it being kind of easy. Not bad. Now this should come off. Thank you, Honda, for making things simple. Definitely got some broken clips on that one. Okay, missing clips. No big deal. I'm sure I'll have a few junkyard runs in my future. Alright. Let's get this thing the rest of the way cleared out and get this carpet out. Alright, carpet's out. As you can see, it's pretty nasty. I'm going to do a vacuum on it, see if I can get some of these nastier stains out. Got these drill brushes I picked up a while back. I'm going to try some cleaner, some drill brushes on it, and pressure wash it. Hopefully it turns out a little better. Set it out in the sun to dry while I still have some sun today. Concentrated Zep degreaser stuff I have. It says it's safe for carpets, but always try stuff in a spot that's not super visible, just in case. You never know. This is kind of covered by that coin tray thing. Got the pressure washer set up. Alright, I have faith this is going to turn out nice. It's wet, of course, but I think this is going to clean up pretty dang good. Sweet. Save me $200 a new carpet. Alright guys, I think this part's going to be the most satisfying. You can see that. That's after the first run. It looks really good, although it's wet, but you could see a lot of the brown junk coming out. And look at that. That is nasty. That's going to be the good part. Let's see how this turns out. I don't know what the heck that crap was. Hopefully just coffee or pop or something, but man, already what a difference. I hope you guys can see on the camera how much that brown crap came out. Nuts. Alright guys, got this thing all, sorry for the sun. When I did a couple passes over it with the drill brush, and it came out pretty darn good. I mean, it ain't nowhere near perfect, but 100% improvement. Pretty much all the bad spots came out. This up here, there ain't no saving that, but I will have floor mats in. But all the exposed areas that I was worried about, even some of the bad unexposed areas came out way better than I expected. If you remember that spot, it's pretty bad. Up here was really bad. All of it came out. So I got it in the sun. I'm also gonna hit it. I got this little upholstery extractor. I've had it forever. Hopefully it still works. I'm gonna try to suck some of the moisture out of it. Hopefully it dries faster, because this is the only couple hours of sunlight I have today. It's gonna rain all day tomorrow, and I'm gonna be sleeping anyway from midnight, so let's go ahead and do that. This little extractor I have is way better than I remember. It's getting this thing dried out pretty quick. The only downfall is the tank. Even though it's this big, when it gets to there, it's full. You gotta dump. I've already dumped this thing like 20 times, but it's working good. It's getting it really almost dry to the touch, and then the sun I think will take care of the rest pretty quick. Yeah, already full. I don't even know how long that was. The water's not terrible, surprising. I mean, it's not super clean, but either way, not bad. Way better than it was. Alright, so I found some remnants of a visitor. That's the first little bit I've seen in this entire car of anything other than bugs. Definitely a mouse. I haven't dug through it to see if there's a carcass yet. There's not a ton of droppings or anything, so I'm assuming it wasn't here very long. So I'm gonna get all this cleaned out and see what it looks like, if I can see if there's any chewed wires or anything like that. Hopefully not. Other than that, it's not bad in here. Just from sitting, you know, you could tell it just got some moisture and stuff in here. I need to wipe all this sound deadening down. Still just got that musty smell, but much better since the carpet is out. So you can even see, like, there's like mold even growing on some of the stuff in here, just because it's sat for so long and the door panels were off. So all that moisture you see behind that, I'm gonna have to take that glass out and clean all that too. That water gets down in these doors, collects, doesn't drain out as good as it should because of dirt or whatever. All that moisture kind of sits inside the rest of the car, and you know, soft surface is soaking in, and there you go. So like even the seam sealer down here, if you can see that. It's like moldy almost. So I don't think I'm gonna have to pull all the sound deadening out. It should be okay beneath that, because the stuff is like that heavy sticky tar, so I think it'll be fine. Also, there was some open holes in here, like for whatever reason the e-brake cables were taken out. Thankfully it did come with them. There's a hole right there that's supposed to be plugged for a, or a grommet rather, for an oxygen sensor. That was wide open, which is probably where the mouse came through, I would assume. It's about the right size. So yeah, moisture was just getting in all over the place in this thing. Nowhere bad, like through the roof or window gaskets or anything, thankfully. But yeah, it's getting there. I'm running out of time. I gotta go to work soon, so I'm gonna get this stuff out, maybe wipe a few things down real quick, and then I gotta clean up and hit the road. Alright, let's see if there's any friends in here. Definitely some of the jute padding, carpet padding, firewall, whatever it may be. No carcasses, thankfully. Actually, not a ton of crap either. At least I haven't pulled this up yet. Oh yeah, not bad. I don't think that guy was here long. Hopefully not long enough to destroy anything, because there's hardly even any poop in here. Yes. I got this thing fully vacuumed out, stripped, ready to clean, because I think I showed in a previous clip, from this thing sitting in the moisture, there's like this, I don't want to call it black mold, but it almost looks like a black mold of some sort, if that comes through. So I got some Clorox spray. I'm going to spray all this stuff down, wipe it down. I think that'll help take care of the rest of the musty smell now that the upholstery is all cleaned out. And while I'm at it, I was vacuuming in here, and I noticed, I don't know if that's going to come through, a little bit of surface rust down in there. So I don't want that to become a future problem, because this car is 99.5% rust free. I have this Eastwood internal frame coating. It's supposed to stop rust, and you know, if there's already rust, it's supposed to stop it, and it's also supposed to stop rust from continuing. So I don't know why I can't talk today. So I'm gonna spray some of that down in there. It actually really gets in crevices. It kind of seeps through. When I do it, I'll show it'll probably drip out from between the pinch welds down in the lower part there of the rocker. So I'm gonna do both sides while I'm at it. I might even do inside the rockers while I have these off, just to be safe. I don't know why not. I have it, so I want this car to last forever. I'm never letting it go again. I want to keep it to the end of my days, so I want to prolong this thing. Oh, I just noticed another little detail. These little JDM, I think they're like EK3 sun visors I put in this thing a long time ago. Glad to see those survive too. It's pretty cool to see all these little, I don't know if you want to call them relics, whatever, little things that I added to this car that I really thought would be gone, and some of it's still here, which is pretty neat. Alright, so this is the stuff. Eastwood internal frame coating. Comes with this little hose with a like 360-degree nozzle, and you can see down in there, definitely a problem area for older cars. So stick the nozzle down in there and spray. I did put a tarp down outside because this stuff seems to really creep and run everywhere. So I'll show you guys in a minute. Alright, sprayed it all down through there, and a couple of these holes even, and there should be some running out here. Yep. Make sure you put a tarp down if you use this stuff, because it really does creep into areas and spray out. So I'll let you know at least it's getting in the important areas you want it to. Well, now that those are sprayed, everything's wiped. I cleaned the heck out of all the interior panels. Used a magic eraser on the dash. All the trim, it really cleaned up a lot. The dash was like 2 different colors after I magic erased it. And now I'm actually not minding the light gray dash. It just looked so dingy and gross, but now it's clean. It looks pretty good. I still wish the original dark gray dash was in it, but it's okay. It has that two-tone light gray, dark gray thing, kind of goes along with the gray, black seats and all that kind of stuff, and really just the theme of the car. So I don't hate it. I could live with it. Although the VIN plate is wrong, so I don't know what to do about that. We'll figure that out later. But let's get this carpet in. That looks so much freaking better than it did. This carpet was pretty nasty. Still a little yellow back here, but once the seats and floor mats are in, I think it'll be good. All right, that looks pretty freaking good. Seats turned out good. They smell good. Rear, this thing is looking really complete. Got to get these seat belts bolted back in. Side panel, like the rocker cover panels, back on. And then I can clean up the Buddy Club seats and get those mounted back in. This thing's almost back to full interior. Getting very excited. I can't wait. Looking pretty stormy, but I got these seats cleaned and in. Oh, they look so freaking good. I am like super pumped now. It took me a minute to figure out how the bottom cushions go in. They're kind of goofy the way they sit. I don't know if I'll run them all the time, but either way, they look sick. Interior smells good. It's looking fantastic. I am so freaking stoked. I haven't been able to touch it in about a week, so I'm pretty stoked to get back on it. I need to start getting these doors back together because they're just driving me nuts. I finally went to the junkyard, got the connector here that was missing for the window regulator, and then hopefully I can diagnose the problem. The previous owner told me the switch was bad. I found a replacement handle with switch. I found 2 of them actually, just to have 2 switches, but I don't know. We'll see. It might be a wiring issue with the harness. I'll have to go through all that. I got some plastic to put back over, you know, the moisture barrier. It's just going to be a temporary thing. I plan on doing it better in the future, but I have a feeling it's not going to be the last time I will be in these doors. So same with this side. Get that all buttoned up, hopefully get these windows working, get the door panels on, and be that much closer to having the interior fully back together, and then I can do a few other things. All right guys, well, to my amazement, it actually was just the switch. That never happens to me, but check it out. We have an operational window and it goes up and down really slow. I don't know if the regulator's bad. Could be the tracks are filthy or just not installed properly or bent, so I'm gonna go ahead and go through all that. Probably even take the glass out because I think I showed this before. It's like filthy behind that trim. Some nasty moldy type junk. So I'm gonna get the glass down, pull the glass out, go through the tracks, check the regulator out. I think this car came with 2 replacement ones, which is good. I don't know if they're power regulators. I didn't even look, to be honest. They're still in boxes, but either way, I'm stoked. Just a switch. Pretty lucky that even this old, dilapidated looking one from the parts yard actually worked, so pretty happy. Finally get these doors back together. All right, so I got this thing working pretty good. The regulator is a little old, but it's much better than it was. It's in the tracks. Not bad for an old window. Got the whole door panel back on. It is missing a speaker. The car didn't come with front speakers, so I gotta source those, but no big deal. Cleaned up this junkyard piece pretty good. It doesn't look too terrible. A little bit of staining on the inside, but not bad. But panels back on. Also got the ECU tucked away in its home. It was kind of hard to fit the OBD2 to 1 conversion harness and all that in there, but it does stuff in there. The only thing I'm missing is the armrest e-brake cover, which I have one. A buddy got one for me, so I'm just waiting to pick that up. But otherwise, she looks great. I am super happy with the way it turned out. Got these really cool, like, Recaro style confetti floor mats. I like them. I think they look pretty sweet. They kind of match the colors. If you watched the last video, the back seats have some pretty cool coloring in them, so I figured it matched pretty well. I got this super cool piece. Kind of makes use of this unusable pocket. The whole time I owned this car, I never had anything that fit in that pocket really. And I found this guy on eBay that 3D prints these cell phone holders. It's really nice. Fits nice in there, rotates, it's adjustable. It's really, actually really nice. Good piece for the money. And then, like I said before, I got this little single din piece to go there where the radio used to be. It's got a little, just like, empty box, extra little cup holder thing. It's kind of chintzy, but it works. Fills the space nicely. Go around the other side. Same thing. New floor mats. This piece keeps popping off. This actual little tab here is busted, so I got to get a whole new rocker cover, but it's fine for now. Went to the junkyard, got a fuse box cover because I was missing that, and the interior is 99% done, like I said. Oh, I also got one of these Broadway mirrors. I always wanted one of these things. I don't know, they're kind of cool. Like, gives you good visibility. I like it. So, interior done. I'm calling it done. I don't care if the e-brake cover's not there. I'm calling it freaking done. And it's ready to drive as far as interior goes. I'm working on a couple other little things for the next video to get this thing on the road, and I promise you guys the next video, this car's starting. It's gonna go on its first test drive. I'm gonna get some cool shots of it, I hope, some cool rolling shots and stuff. Please, if you like this video, subscribe. Think about subscribing, I'd appreciate it. Like it, comment, share it with your friends, whatever. I got some cool stuff in the works, so I hope to see you guys again.